you know, actually moving into junior high is when things really changed for me. Actually, our whole family got in a DUI accident with my dad. We were just cruising down the street, ran through a red light, got hit by a car. And that was kind of the catalyst for this huge transformation that God was gonna use. So we got in that car accident, and then just things started going downhill. My parents' relationship pretty much ended. My dad would almost be like kicked out of the house for long periods of time. And probably the toughest moment during that time was my dad had to go to jail. And I remember I got home from school and he's like, hey, you know, come here, I gotta tell you something. So we sat on the stairs and he's like, hey, you know, I have to go away for a while. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, I have to, you know, remember that car accident we got in? I have to, you know, go to jail for that. You know, I just grew up finishing high school just bitter at my family, you know, just angry and just full of self-righteousness and pride. And by God's grace, I, you know, got a scholarship for running. Actually got a lot of scholarship offers and I didn't know which one to choose. So it came down to University of Arizona and University of Washington. I was telling this to somebody yesterday, like that was the first time I actually truly prayed. And I'm just like, gosh, you know, God, I don't know what to do. What do you want me to do? Like, if you're so powerful, what do you want me to do? And at that moment, I got this overwhelming, not like a voice, but it's like an overwhelming body, just like, UW. I'm like, all right, go Dogs, let's go. So right when I get there, I meet a girl, and she was the most, you know, beautiful, just loving, caring, godly woman. But what happened is I pursued her instead of pursuing Christ. And I'd never been in a relationship like this where she actually loved Jesus more than she loved me. I loved her more than anything. And she realized that, and she actually was able to step away and say, like, you know, you can't love me like this. Like, there's so many things that was going on. You know, I wasn't running well. I didn't have money. You know, I felt like my friends had betrayed me. And everything that I held close to my heart, closest to my heart, was gone. You know, I prayed. I just prayed for hours, you know, just tears just coming down my face. Just, God, like, take me. I surrender. Like, I can't do this on my own anymore. My community group has been so awesome. You know, they took care of me, they cared for me, they prayed for me, and I was able to slowly but surely, you know, grow in a strong relationship with Christ. About 2 months ago, I got a phone call from my mom. It was really weird because my mom doesn't really call me. And it was about midnight too, so I'm like, usually I wouldn't answer it, but so I answered. I'm like, hey, what's up? And she's like, hey, you know, your dad, he was just hit by a car and he was killed. I was still on the phone. There was this moment of silence. Instead of asking God, why did this happen? You know, the Holy Spirit really worked in me. He was like, all right, God, I know you're good. I know you're sovereign. How can we move forward? How is this going to be used for your glory? So right after that, you know, I fly home. I see my family. You know, I was able to actually witness to my family. I was able to witness actually a bunch of high school kids in a classroom one day. God has used, you know, my dad being killed as a message. He's like, you know, people are dying every single day without knowing Jesus. My dad did not know Jesus. And that's probably what devastates me the most, is seeing, you know, people dying every day in our neighborhood. People, family members, co-workers, you know, classmates, teammates, friends. They're dying every single day. And a lot of them don't know Jesus. With that happening, and then, you know, me moving forward, my ultimate desire now is just to see people meet Jesus. And, you know, my whole life, I wake up every morning, I'm just like, Jesus! So I gotta go out and you know, tell everybody I can. God was with me the entire time. That's the conclusion. I'm just stoked to be, you know, to be where I'm at, and I'm just, you know, humbled that God is using me, actually me, like the God of the universe is using me to proclaim his message.